Hey guys, this is Elias with Softfly, and in this video we're gonna import JetEngine Custom Fields with an Excel file using WP All Import. Now, the first step is to get our files. I'm gonna choose to upload it from my computer, like so. All right, and then I'm gonna select properties from this pull down because that's the post type we wanna import in this video, right? So we're going to create new properties for each record in this data file. Now you can also update existing properties if you had any in this site, which I don't at the moment, right? But you can do it if that's your case. Now I'm going to continue to step 2, all right? And here in step 2, we just need to review our import file. Well, we have 106 nodes, and each node is a property. So that's good. That's the number of properties we have, and this is the actual data we have for each property. So since that's good, let's just continue to step 3. And here, step 3, we just need to drag and drop the values like so, right, from this right panel into whatever field we want those elements to go. Now this is the property name, so I just drag and drop that into the title box. Then I'm going to drag and drop the description, right? And I'm going to continue to do so with all of our fields. Now we have here our images. But guys, in this example, we have the featured image right here, right? So I'm going to drag and drop that. But I'm not going to drag and drop the gallery because we have our gallery down here in the JetEngine add-on. So we're going to get there. We just need to work our way real quick through these other steps first, right? Now, it's always a good idea, guys, when you set up an image here to click here on this preview and test button, just to make sure that WP All Import can access that image, and this is the case. So I'm going to continue these settings. I'm going to leave them as they are, but you can hover on the question mark, and it will show you a brief description of what that option does. Now, the one I'm most interested in this images section is this one that says set the first image to the featured image. Now, since this is enabled by default, I'm just gonna leave it like that and move on into the next section, which is the custom field section. Now, this custom field section, we have videos and guides on this, but in this example, we're not gonna use it because all of the custom fields we have in this site were created with CorcoBlox JetEngine. Now we're going to use our JetEngine import add-on to import those fields. Now if I open this JetEngine add-on section, we need to enable whatever field group we have here, which is properties, right? And here we have our data. The first element we have here is the map address and short address. These two are simple text fields. Now I'm going to drag and drop the values like so. All right. And now we have the date first listed. Now guys, in JetEngine, this is a date picker field. Now we can select a value from here very easily, right? Or we could import a value we have in our data file. Now this is what I'm gonna do. This is the date first listed element. So I'm gonna drag and drop that here. And WP All Import will use the str2time function in PHP, so it can read any kind of date format and translate it to be used by JetEngine, right? Now here for this availability field, we have a select field, and we can choose any of these options. For example, I'm going to choose this on market, right? Now, what's the problem here with doing so like this? If all of your properties are going to be on market, well, then awesome, just choose the value from here. But if each property will have a different value because each property is kind of different, right? So you need to set this with XPath. And when you click here on set with XPath, you will find this import field. And this is so you can drag and drop the element from your data file, right, into the import field. XPath usually have some rules, for example, for these kinds of fields like amenities which have multiple values. There are a couple of things you need to have in mind for that. but we're gonna get there in a minute. Let's continue here with the listings type, which is the same case. So I'm gonna choose set with XPath and drag and drop that. Cool. Then the price. Awesome. Now here again we could select here multiple values, sure, but then all of the 106 properties will have that value, and that's not what we want. Now set these amenities with XPath. We need to hover on the question mark and read what WPL import tells us. For example, now it says specify the value for multiple values separated with commas, right? So we need here a set of values that are separated with commas to be used as a checkbox field, right? Now we have that here in the amenities field, right? We have pool, pets allowed, gym, bike storage, laundry facilities, air conditioning, dishwashers, and well, whatnot. And all of that is separated with commas, so it works for us. Let's just drag and drop that here, and boom, that's it. This WPL import will be able to assign all of these values dynamically. Now let's continue. We have here square feet. Then we have the bathrooms, same situation. So set with XPath, drag and drop the value here. Same with bedrooms. All right. And here for the rooms repeater, we're going to use the variable CSV. I know we're using an Excel file, but this is maybe a spreadsheet mode, more like it. That will be a better name, I guess. So we're going to use the CSV format. And here, and the reason we're going to do that is because our rooms element is separated with these pipe symbols, and it has a variable number of rooms per property. So in this case, we have the entrance hallway, then we have the kitchen diner, and then we have the living room, right? But if we go here to the next record, well, we have a bunch of other rooms. We have the hallway, living room, dining room, kitchen, landing, bedroom, other bedroom, bathrooms, garden, and directions. Now, those are quite a bunch of rooms. So this is a variable number of rooms per property. So that means that we cannot use the fixed mode, because in the fixed mode, well, WPL import assumes that you have a fixed number of rooms. For example, if you had only 4 rooms per property, you will be able to use this one, but that's not the case. Some properties have 3 rooms, some other ones have 7, 8, 10, whatever. And we can't use the variable mode for XML because this is not an XML file. So we're going to use the CSV one. Now I'm going to drag and drop the first element, which is the named one, right here. Okay. Then the rooms measurement, and lastly the rooms description. Right. Then I need to make sure that the separator is right. So in this case, WPL import selects by default the pipe. And that's good because that's the separator we have here in our import file. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to enable this ignore blank fields option. Now this option says if the value of the element or column in your file is blank, it will be ignored. Use this option when some records in your file have a different number of repeating elements than others. Now this is our case, so I'm going to leave this enabled, right? Now here for the media gallery, I'm going to drag and drop the gallery, which is here, right? And then I need to see what kind of delimiter is using my gallery field. Now in this case, it's a pipe too, right? So I'm going to type in here a pipe symbol. So WPL import can separate all of these URLs and get our images imported. Now I'm going to enable this first option that says search through the media library for existing images before importing new ones. And I'm going to match that by URLs. All right. Now what this will do is to prevent WPL import from importing duplicate images in the case that it finds any, of course. Now if WPL import finds an image that's already in our sites, well, it will just use that image instead of downloading a new one and creating a duplicate of that image, which is cool. Now here for the floor plan, I'm going to do the same. Drag and drop, enable the option, match it by URL, and continue. Now here we have the agent name, phone, email, and link for more details. So let's get that imported. All right. Awesome. Now with this, we have everything we need from the JetEngine add-on section. So let's continue with our taxonomies, which are only two: tenure, which is here, and property of the week, which is here. All right. These two options, we're just going to skip them. This one because the default values works fine for us, and the function editor because we don't need to run any PHP functions on this example. But if you wanted to, you could do it. We have great videos and great documentation on this. If you check out the other videos on our channel, or if you go to our website at wpolimport.com. For now, let's just continue to step 4. All right, and here, well, you can manually select a unique identifier. Just drag and drop that, like so. Or if you don't want to overthink too much about this unique identifier, just click here on the auto attack button, and WP import will choose a value that's unique for each record in this data file. Now, what this will do is to allow WP import to differentiate one from another, so it doesn't update, skip, or anything like that. It will just treat every record as an independent record, right? And this is what we want, because all of these 106 properties are very different. So we want them to be imported independently, right? So these settings, we're going to leave them as they are, but you can hover on the question mark and it will give you a brief description of what it does. Now, if you read the titles, they are pretty much self-explanatory. But just so you know, guys, this is mostly for when you need to rerun this import, right? So this will control whether you create new properties in that second run. This one will control whether you want to update the data in those properties or not. And here you can choose which data to update, because maybe you only want to update the images, right? Cool. Now, guys, I'm gonna update all of the data, so I'm not gonna do any of this stuff. And here we have the remove or modify properties that are no longer present in this import file functionality. And this, well, it pretty much does what it says, which is if you rerun this import and some records are missing from this file for any reason, maybe you updated your file or whatever, right? Well, what happens then, right? Well, you can tell WP import to maybe delete those properties that are missing, or maybe send them to trash, or I don't know, change the post status to draft, or I don't know, maybe set a custom field, right? You can set, for example, the availability field, you can set it to sold or not available or whatever you want here. Now we have other videos on this. You can access them if you click here on this YouTube icon, and you can know more about this stuff. Now, moving on, we have the scheduling options. And guys, again, if you want to know more about that, check out the other videos on our channel, check out our docs, and go notes there. It's very cool. You can automate your import to run on a schedule. So that can save you a lot of time. Be sure to check that out. All right, so for now, I'm just gonna continue here and run this import. Now this is gonna take a minute or two while WP import downloads all of the images. So I'm gonna pause the video here and come back when it's ready. All right, guys, so our import is complete. Let's see if our properties came in okay. So we have 106 properties, which is fine. This is the number we expected. So let's open this one up, see what's going on here. So we have our title, description, the tenure and property of the week taxonomies. Then we have our featured image. And here we have our listing info. We have the map address, short address, the date field, the availability and listings type field. Then we have our amenities, the square feet, bedrooms. Then we have the rooms repeater. And as you can see, we have a bunch of repeater elements right there. That's good. Then we have our media tab with the gallery and the floor plan. It's good. And finally, the contact tab. Now, let's see how this looks in the front end. And that's cool. We have here our gallery, which is always a good sign. Right, then we have our price, the title, the short address, bedrooms, square feet, location, description, amenities, the rooms repeater, and then the agent info. So there you have it, guys. That's how you import JetEngine custom fields with an Excel file using WP All Import. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about how to import or export other JetEngine custom fields, or maybe if you're using Metabox or perhaps ACF to import your data, just check out the other videos in our channel, check out our docs at wpallimport.com, and see you next time.